What's up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advance Plays. I'm back again with Madden 20, and just checking my legacy score.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
Could be a shot.
And this is a game for grit,
even though they own 4, that's still Tyrod Taylor.
Finding a way not to panic.
And
what a horrible start for them.
They got rid of Trubisky. So I think Tyrod should have started over Phillip Rivers, to be honest with you.
You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Josh Rosen, the 10th overall pick taken in 2018 out of UCLA.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Let's go, D.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones.
So before this game started, I had Rojo and the offensive coordinator in my inbox talking about, well, for one, Rojo was saying that he hadn't been used enough in the offense. You know, even though, well, y'all seen the previous episode, so y'all know that's clearly not true. But, yeah, so then offensive coordinator saying, like, hey, I think Ryan Jones could be a breakout star. Basically, I had to get this dude the ball. And as you just previously saw in the last play, yeah, Chicago ain't having that. Their defense is no joke.
The better a route runner you are.
And, you know, I tried. I can't say that I didn't.
The more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Well, look now at the lineup defensively for Chicago. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. And he finds Howard complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're scoreless after 1. On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
I I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it, taking it about the 16.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On the move to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
At this point, I got to commend my defense, because we've never really faced a scrambling quarterback. So for them to be able to contain him like that, you know, is pretty impressive. You know, despite the fact that he's getting up there, Tyrod can still make plays. You know. All right, and this was somebody that you guys didn't get to meet yet. Tamayo Thornton, who created a character. I drafted him in my last season, and you know, he has some promise. So he got hurt in the preseason. So I'm, you know, this is his first game back. So you know, make sure I'm gonna get him his suitable reps. See if I can get him a rushing yard season.
Rosen will throw.
Or so you can see if he can lead the league.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That wasn't Kahlil Mack. I say if that was Kahlil Mack, then I'm good, but no. Oh, that looks bad. Well, he was walking on, it's probably a sprain. But he ain't coming back for this game, so all right.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Thornton, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen, nowhere to escape.
Yo, seriously? Oh, my God. I know that's Kahlil Mack, but there was 2 dudes on him. He ran around the first one, and then Jones completely missed the cut block. So
these other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less
literally just lifted his leg like, yo, like Oh my God, man.
And now they're looking for 19
Yeah,
yards here on third down following 2
this
negative
defense,
plays.
man, I
2
swear.
minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's going to go down again. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
That's how we do it, baby.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hey, fuck y'all. I had 2.5 seconds at best, and they got pushed back into me. Like, come on, man.
Let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Taylor. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Taylor will lead up the offense, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Taylor will throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. Rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver, because remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Philip Dorsett, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kahlil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Middle.
Third and long here for Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Play action, it's Taylor. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big gain.
This is Cullen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On defense.
He will score.
See, that's what I was talking about with Tyrod. My team, first time that they faced a quarterback that actually scrambled. He did back-to-back rushes, and on this one, he just walked right into the end zone.
Now you start to pull away a
There was no way that nobody was going to get to him.
And now we find out about the fortitude.
All right, down 14. Kid gloves are coming
counting
off.
on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So out come the Bucs now. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Middle.
On first down, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Roll Tide, O.J. Howard.
His first touchdown on the
Now we
year.
cooking with grease.
His guys are back within a single
I'm in your
score.
ass now.
And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ready, set, check, Mike 54, Mike 54. I'm on. You better bring it.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Check, Mike 54, Mike 54. Hey, let's get it home.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Last stop.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
and that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now it's Rosen looking. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Monday. At the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. And this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Good job.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Taylor. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down.
Clutch. 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 Oh, man. Keep on. Keep on. Oh, man. That interception was so clutch. Like, oh, man. I can't even express it. Like, no, this game was literally, like, the most challenging game that I've had this season. And, looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive. You just smashed it out the air. You know, I really needed that, like, because this game was really sweaty. Like, I thought they was about to drive down and kick a field goal. But, oh man, this is pretty much in the bag, so I just gotta make a stop and maybe take it
following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. A little under 40 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Taylor to throw. Completes it to Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, dang, I thought it was an interception. I'm so glad that's over. That was such a sweaty ordeal. Like, when they scored the first touchdown, I wasn't really pressed, but after they scored that second one, that's when I realized I was in deep trouble. But luckily, you know, my defense held strong and pitched nearly a second half shutout. But yeah, I had to feel sorry that I couldn't get Ronald Jones his touches, but you know, the defense was all over him. You know, like the Bears was not having that. It's like they knew my conversation was like, we are not going to let this dude get out. But in any case, that's it for this week. I got the bye week, and then I believe it's on to the Eagles.
Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.